Team Liquid to sign Whippo, Bjergsen, buyout Hans. I don't know how this TL roster is going to go. I don't know. A coveted amateur player among these teams, Ayla, will compete on the Liquid starting roster if CoreJJ is not granted a US permanent resident green card in time for the 2022 season. The team's jungler still attempts to be Santorum, with Santorum becoming a free agent Monday night, but it's likely he's going to sign an extension since he, under Riot Games policies, qualifies as an American resident. Yeah, that's going to suck for CoreJJ. I don't know how the US green card system works. I guess you have to have an appointment and something like this. I guess it's delayed. This is something that's not really in your hands at that point, right? Unless you can talk to officials. I really don't know how the green card situation works. The second he gets it, he can play, but I guess he just can't play until he gets it. But when he gets it, he'll be in. How will this team do? I don't know. Because it's weird, because you have, on one hand, you have Whippo, who's been playing jungle for a split. Now, him translating back to top lane shouldn't be too hard, but again, he's going to be, what's the word? A bit out of touch, we'll say, which, I mean, I don't expect him to struggle to get back into touch with. What was the champion? Okay, Spring was Renekton, Volibear, GP meta. Yeah, GP changed, though. Yeah, he's going to be a bit rusty, because right now the meta in top lane is like Camille, Jace, Kennen. I don't think Whippo's much of a Kennen player, but like, I guess it's not the biggest of deals. But Whippo's always had creative champions, right? He always picked Urgot randomly, Zac top randomly. He just picks Malphite when he feels like it, Rengar, Singe. Like, he always has whack champs, so I think his champion will be fine. But he doesn't play like Kennen. He doesn't play Jace, Kennen that much, or Camille. He doesn't play Jace, Kennen, Camille that much. So yeah. I'll be interested to see how he does. And then on the other hand, you have Bjergsen, who's taken a year break. I don't know what his solo queue numbers have been like this year, but he's going to have to put his grind on in the offseason. Santorin, I don't know what's happening with Santorin if he's their jungler again, because he's had a lot of issues throughout the whole season. Now, much love to Santorin. I actually had the pleasure to play with him in HUK for a bit. I think he's an awesome guy, but he has had some, like, I don't know what it is, some issues every now and then where he was subbed out, came back, subbed out, came back. He got really bad headaches and stuff like this. So if his health problems are solved, awesome. I think Santorin's good. I think at Worlds, he played pretty decent with Jensen. Him and Jensen were performing really well at Worlds. He has his ups and downs. Do I think he's like a carry jungler, PogChamp, self-made, inspired level? No. But he'll do the job, you know? He'll do the job. I don't think he needs to be that kind of player on that roster when you have Hans, CoreJJ bot lane anyway, right? And then Hans, CoreJJ is... that's a lane phase. That's one of the best bot lanes in the West, I think. I think that's close to upset Hilly level. It's hard to say until you see them play, but just the names itself, that bot lane is fucking good. That bot lane is fucking good. Unbelievable. So yeah. But the problem is, it is a top-side meta. So yeah, if meta changes, great. If it doesn't, what's this tweet? Rogue plan to sign Coach Seal. This roster is good. Superstars, obviously, in your solo lanes. Superstars in bot lane, superstar in jungle. Will be a good roster. It'll be a really good roster. This is definitely a top-tier contending roster. Bot lane is obviously their strongest point until you see Whippo back in his groove in top. If Santorin can clear out his health problems and Bjergsen's back to Bjergsen level, it'll be great. But yeah, that's definitely a roster to be excited for. Bjergsen left TSM a few weeks ago and Liquid is a clear favorite for his services. Given the franchise's willingness to spend, it was reported the team would sign Bjergsen for mid and test Jensen as the AD carry role. However, after further deliberation, the team decided on Hans. Yeah, of course. Like, if you can get Hans, like, as much as Jensen role swapping sounds great, if you can get Hans, like, Jesus. Good morning, Caedrel. I hope your day is